Todd, you got more questions? What you got?
How many people would be in a car, like, driving out?
Okay, and so all of these will be sub-questions for this. We could say age, restrictions on cars, etc. Okay. So let's think about do you have a different question, or are all your questions kind of like that? Okay, that's good. That's perfect, Todd. If you're running into a wall, you can't quite develop any more questions, then follow my method. Take a look at this.
Can we take the one, how would it change student morale?
Yeah, actually that would be the grounds. How will it change student morale? So how would you this is a good research question. Not only is it good, but it's vital. How will they answer it? What kind of statistics, Jessica?
We kind of compare how happy students test grade between an open campus school and a school that doesn't.
Todd, you have an excellent idea. The idea is a bit of a big idea, but I'll give you some guidance with it. Let me clarify what your idea is first. You are trying to find statistical evidence that proves that there's increased test scores in a school with an open campus policy, right? Now, when you want to conduct a study like that and you're trying to prove a causal relationship, there are all sorts of rules you have to follow, and if you ever get to a college campus and you see one of these studies are massive, they take a lot of time. So the best thing to do would be to try to find somebody who's actually done that study, because you won't be able to do it on your own. It's too big. If you can find that, then great. Then that's an excellent statistical resource, and you know what? Not only is it excellent, but it'll probably kill your opposition if you have it. You say test scores are better in a school with an open campus policy, they're going to sit there and say, how do I deal with that? That's fantastic evidence. So look for it and see if you can find it online. What else could you look for? Behavioral statistics. What is the quantitative measure of behavior? In other words, how do we measure it with numbers? Anybody know how we measure behavior with numbers at Southview High School? Number of disciplinary referrals, number of out-of-school suspensions, number of IRPs, number of Saturday schools. That's how we measure it. And you know what? Other schools do the same thing. So Todd could not only look at grades, he could also look at numbers of disciplinary referrals. Perfect. One last place you could look for this sort of research: your own conducted research. This is what I would envision Todd and Kathy might do. They could construct a little survey for students at Southview, and the survey might give 10 different options, and they could say, rank these in order of your biggest concern or your biggest problem with Southview High School. And they could list on there: closed campus, lack of cell phones, no big bags, dress code policy, all of that. List 10 of them. Say, rank them. Number 1 being the biggest pet peeve you have, number 2 being the next biggest, number 3 and so on. You don't even have to do 10, do 5. And then conduct that study for 100, 200 people. I know it sounds like it'll take you a long time. It won't. It's some photocopying, and you distribute these, and people give them back to you. You do them during lunch or commons. People find them fun. I think all of you would love to take a little survey like that. Take 2 minutes of your time, you rank that. Then you see what happens. Then you use it as research. You cite it according to MLA format. You say, in a qualitative poll, Southview students reported that their number 1 problem was a closed campus. Then you've got evidence saying that they have a problem with it, and if we solved this, they would feel happier. Does that make sense? Okay, so Folks, if you are creative with research, you can find a lot of research that will not only help you prove your points, but will lead to an interesting case that will be pretty engaging to an audience. But it starts here with the research questions. And I think you can see that these questions are pushing us onto a number of different avenues of research and discussion. But it must start here. Here's your assignment. And this is the language that's in the students' debate packet. What? See, you've already done your homework. Isn't this awesome? Shh. Hey, relax. Write 5 research questions which will direct your research to support your affirmative argument. That's the one that you're working on right now. Stop talking. Refer to the Research Center on the class website when writing the research questions. I just gave you a little lecture in research questions, but the Research Center that's attached to the Moodle site has all of this information and more. If you need help on writing questions, thank you, Lexi. If you need help on writing questions, go to that resource. It's there. By the way, it's not linked to something else. It's written by me. So that's all the information that, that I've put up here and more. Submit the research questions through the same Google Docs debate file. This assignment is due in advance of the debate. It's worth 5 points. Due on Tuesday. Hey, questions? We're all good? Devontae? Okay, but nothing on this yet?